Hi sewing friends, it's Alice Murray and it is day 78 of 365 days of sewing makes, where I'm showing you 365 garments and or outfits that I've made. Today you get a 2-for-1 deal, and I'm kind of excited about today. I'm kind of excited about every day. I don't know if you've noticed that. I'm excited that you join me. I'm excited I have someone to share my excitement with. And today what I want to show you is something a little bit different. It is Butterick 6516, a lifestyle pattern out of the Fabricland bargain bin for $3. My second favorite price to pay for a pattern. $0 is my favorite price to pay, but $3 nice too. And these lifestyle patterns always have lots of different pieces with them. So this one has a duster, which is kind of like a long kind of kimono thing that you wear out into the world. Obviously, she's got a purse with her. I think they're called cigarette pants when they were straight-legged. A couple versions of jackets and a dress. And I have made the pants and the duster. And I'll give you a twirl. This is also very twirly. This must be the week of things that are flowy. I just really kind of love this. I'm not real sure where I would wear it, but I think it's beautiful. The pants are made out of kind of this banana colored corduroy from Fabricland. And I made a real rookie error when I was cutting these out. Whenever you're cutting out something that has a nap on it, like corduroy or velvet, you have to make sure all the pattern pieces are put on it in the same direction. But this one, I put the front of the pants this way, I put the back of the pants that way, and as soon as I cut it out, I was like, oh, what did I do? Because the nap is different. Like this, the nap's this way, the nap's that way. So the back, it looks darker than the front. The light catches it differently, so. But you probably wouldn't notice if I hadn't told you. So I'm still gonna wear these pants. And in fact, I kind of really like these pants. They have kind of a high waist and a back zipper. And I think they are the first pants I've made with a back zipper. And instead of a waistband, they had a facing. They have a facing at the top. So it's kind of quite a smooth waistband. So I thought that was kind of fun. And this duster has front yoke and a back yoke, and it's got a pleat in the middle in the back. So you can have extra fabric flowing behind. It had no closures on it, but I put a hook and an eye at the top of the yoke. I also put a hook and an eye at the top of the neck. But if they're both done up, it's kind of, I don't know, bunchy wedgy looking, so I'll just tuck that in for now. I love this chiffon. It is also from Fabricland, and the print is kind of this banana yellow, white on black, and something I got to practice extensively with this duster, to the point where I now believe I'm good at it, is how you hem chiffon. And what you do is you fold it over as narrow as you possibly can, and you sew it, and then you go and you trim any little bits that are sticking out, and you fold it over again, and sew down the stitch line. So you stitch right on top of where you did stitch. But that way it is doubled over. There's no little bits sticking out. And yeah, there's a lot of that on this. So I got to practice extensively. So I kind of love this. Butterick 6516. Made out of chiffon, and I kind of love it. And I love the pants too. And today in my grateful thread, I just want to say, from talking to you viewers, that something to be grateful for when you sew is a sewing room. So grateful. And currently, my sewing room is a spare bedroom in our house here, and it's a very tiny room. And there's not enough room to sit down. So I have my sewing machine and my serger on a it's actually a baby changing table. We have it in there for when our grandkids visit, and it's, you know, quite high up, like changing tables are, so that you can change babies. And so my sewing machine and my serger are in it, and I sew standing up. And I just started doing that out of necessity, basically. That's kind of what my option was. And you know what? I love it. I love sewing standing up. You know, sew, iron, sew, iron, sew, iron, pick up another piece of stuff, sew, iron. And it, like, I have probably, yeah, I probably have about this much space between the bed where I have all my stuff piled and my ironing board, and my sewing machine is like here in front of me. So I basically stand in one spot and sew, iron, serge, iron. So it's kind of handy. It's kind of handy. The other sewing room I had a chair, and you know, would sit down and sew, stand up and iron, sit down and sew, stand up and iron, walk over to my cutting table, get what I needed, come back, sit down. And there was a lot of up and downing. And this actually is faster. And if you're doing 365 garments, you want to be fast. And it took me a little bit, you know, of time to get used to the feeling of sewing standing up, but it works like a charm. So I hope you do have a sewing room, because sewing, if you have to do it on the kitchen table where you sew a bit and then have to put it all away, that I know that's kind of annoying, because I've tried that too. So it is nice to have your own space where you can leave the mess. And you know, I know there are people out there who like giving tours of their sewing rooms. You will never see one of those from me, because it looks like a very giant disaster. But I kind of know where things are, and yeah, I just kind of get in there and do my thing. So I'm grateful. I am grateful that I have a space to sew. And I hope that you are sewing, because sewing is so much fun.